UNTV, your public service channel. Una sa pagbibigay ng makabagong serbisyo publiko, laging handa sa pagtulong sa kapwa-tao. Dahil marami sa ating mga kababayan ang walang kapasidad na magbayad ng serbisyo ng isang abogado, handog ng UNTV ang free legal assistance para sa lahat upang mapangalagaan ang karapatan ng bawat mamamayan. Bigger, better, broader. UNTV, innovating public service for 10 years.
After winning the KBP Golden Dove Best Public Service Announcement Award for its anti-smoking campaign and anti-drugs advocacy, UNTV receives another Best Public Service Announcement Award for its Caring for the Elderly campaign at the 22nd KBP Golden Dove Award. This advocacy is UNTV's contribution to society by way of giving out services to the elderly that promote their general well-being. With or without recognition, UNTV will continue its service to people of all ages. To God be the glory!
Alright, welcome back mga kasambahay. Welcome back, Rina, once again. Mga kasambahay, palakpakan po natin ang dalawang teams na naglaban sa ating first game. And congratulations to Team Executives.
Yeah, that's right. Ang ating final score for that exhibition game, 86-81 in favor of the Team Executives.
Alright, at kitang-kita naman natin, Rina, talagang ating mga kasambahay ay sobrang nag-enjoy sa paglalaro ng dalawang teams natin.
Pero patikim pa lang natin yan sa kanila, di ba?
That's right.
Kasi ang ating big game talaga ay magsisimula pa lamang.
That's right, Rina. And speaking of the advocacy of UNTV Cup, and at this point, we are now approaching the Game 3 of the UNTV Cup Season 2 Finals as the PNP responders goes up against the AFP Cavaliers.
Kaya magkakaalaman na tayo dito sa ating do or die game sa dalawang rival teams ng UNTV Cup kung sino ang makakapag-abot ng 1.5 million pesos cash sa kanilang chosen beneficiary.
Yes.
Pero bago ang lahat ng yan, Ryan, let's first acknowledge the presence of our guests for tonight. We have a former Director of Police Community Relations Group of PNP, retired General Fernando C. Flores.
Alright, palakpakan po natin mga kasambahay. And of course, kasama rin po natin ngayong gabi, one of our guests, Present Director of Police Community Relationships Group, PNP, General Nestor Quinsay Jr. Alright, and of course, eto, kasama natin dati sa Sing and Shoot.
That's right, former PNP Chief Retired General Nicanor Bartolome.
Alright. Welcome, sir. Ayan, at ito naman, Rina. At kung papaano tayo nakarating dito sa Game 3. Here's a recap of the UNTV Cup Season 2 Championship Series. Let's watch this.
Dalawang pinakamalalakas na kampo. Dalawang pinakamatatag na grupo. Kaninong puwersa ang matitibag? Aling koponan ang matitinag? Ito ang championship game ng UNTV Cup Season 2. Sa Game 1, nagmamalas ng kakaibang lakas ang PNP responders sa Game 1 ng UNTV Cup Finals, kung saan mahigpit na pinusasan ng Crime Busters ang mga sharpshooters ng Cavaliers upang makuha ang unang panalo sa Best of 3 ng Championship Series. Umatake ng 7 points si Responders Reinforcement Harold Santa Cruz sa first quarter. At sa tulong ni second unit big man Harold Decena, naiangat ng 3 puntos ang lamang ng PNP 19-16. Tumikada naman ng ilang basket si Alejandro Yangkiling sa second period upang bahagyang ilayo ang Responders sa halftime 33-28. Pinangunahan naman ni AFP big-time scorer Rolando Pascual ang pagbuelta ng Cavaliers upang itabla ang score sa third quarter 44-all. Sa final period, kumonekta ng mga kinakailangang basket sina two-time MVP The Sniper Olan Umipig at medium perimeter specialist Ronaldo Abaya upang selyuhan ang tagumpay para sa PNP Responders sa Game 1, 74-64. Ngunit pagsapit ng Game 2, napakahigpit na depensa ang ipinanggulat ng AFP Cavaliers kontra PNP Responders upang itulak ang Game 3 at sudden death match ng UNTV Cup Season 2 Finals. Sa opening period, nalimitahan ng mga sundalo sa single digit ang production ng mga pulis at nagawa pang makaabante ng 11 puntos sa pagtatambal nina Alvin Zuniga at Paulino Fernandez. 18-7. Sa second quarter, nagpasabog ng inside scoring sina big man Rolando Pascual. Jeffrey Kiambao at Wilfredo Casulla para palubohin sa 21 points ang kalamangan sa pagtatapos ng first half, 44-23. Pumutok naman sa 3-point area si AFP gunner Roger Araneta upang mapanatili ng tropa ang malaking abante sa third period. 59-37. At sa payoff period, nagsani puwersa sina UNTV Cup Season 2 Best Center Rolando Pascual at Power Center Jeffrey Kiambao upang tuluyang itabla ang serye at tuluyan ng pasukuin ang PNP Responders 75-64. At ngayon, sa kahuli-hulihang hardcourt face-off ng Season 2, isang koponan ang makakapagbigay ng 1.5 million pesos cash sa kanilang chosen beneficiary. Isang koponan ang makakasungkit ng inaasam na kampyonato ng UNTV Cup Season 2. Magkakaalaman na ngayong gabi dito sa Big Dome. Ito ang pinakahihintay na epic hardcourt battle. Ito ang UNTV Cup Season 2 Championship Game.
Alright, Rina, eto na ang moment of truth.
It's a do-or-die game, pero bago ang lahat ng yan, let's first acknowledge the presence of the following. We have Police Community Relations Group Chief of Staff Police Senior Superintendent Valfrey Tabian.
Alright, palakpakan natin mga kasambahay. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. At kasama natin ang NCRPO Chief of Staff General Ramon Apolinario.
Also, we have the presence of the Directorial Staff Police Senior Superintendent Liborio Carabacan.
And the Deputy Director for Administration Police Senior Superintendent Elmer Baltehan.
Thank you for joining us tonight, sir.
Jam-pack tayo ngayon. Punong-puno. Excited na ba ang Araneta Coliseum?
Let's hear it from the fans again, Ryan.
Once again, bago tayo magsimula, ibigay na ng AFP fans ang kanilang pinakamalakas na cheer. AFP Cavaliers! At syempre rin na hindi patatalo ang mga fans ng mga rumorosponde. Let's hear it from the PNP Responders! Alright! Rina.
Ayan na talaga namang di magkamayang ang SMART-Araneta Coliseum ngayong gabi para sa inabangang pag-aarap ng PNP Responders kontra sa ating AFP Cavaliers. This is a do-or-die game dahil ito na po ang kanilang last game.
That's right, Rina. At muli po, mga kasambahay, mga ka-sports, SMART-Araneta Coliseum, AFP Cavaliers versus the PNP Responders. Let the games begin!
Wearing jersey number 1, Alvin Zuniga. Wearing jersey number 2, Jeffrey Yambao. Wearing jersey number 3, Jerry Galiza. Wearing jersey number 7, Ferdinand Go. Wearing jersey number 8, Joel Habar.
Wearing jersey number 13, Leslie Cabaya.
Wearing jersey number 14, Ronaldo Cahanding. Wearing jersey number 15, Wilfredo Casulla Jr. Wearing jersey number 17, Rolando Pascual. Wearing jersey number 18, Paulino Fernandez. Wearing jersey number 19, Vicente Evidor.
Wearing jersey number 22, Ian Steve San Esteban.
Wearing jersey number 25, Melencio Mendoza. Wearing jersey number 28, Roger Araneta. Wearing jersey number 33, Eugene Tan. Wearing jersey number 58, Alvin Idanan. Wearing jersey number 84, Winston Serio. Wearing jersey number 10, Cornelio Maducat III.
Their head coach is Colonel Alfredo Caico. Assistant coach is playing coach Sonny Manukat. Your AFP Cavaliers.
Wearing jersey number 2, Rene Boy Lata. Wearing jersey number 3, Jerry Boy Saracho. Wearing jersey number 4, Olan Umiping. Wearing jersey number 5, Japet Gabahu. Wearing jersey number 7, Abul Kair Bayabaw. Wearing jersey number 11, Harold Desena. Wearing jersey number 12, Harold Santa Cruz. Wearing jersey number 14, Edrey Mendiola. Wearing jersey number 15, Ronaldo Abaya. Wearing jersey number 16, Stephen June de la Calzada. Wearing jersey number 17, Jayman Misola. Wearing jersey number 21, Alejandro Yanquiling III. Wearing jersey number 22, Julius Criste. Wearing jersey number 49, Dennis Escalona.
Wearing jersey number 58, Crislin Elopre.
Wearing jersey number 66, Belmar Haboli.
Wearing jersey number 72, Jenard Vincent Abragan.
Wearing jersey number 87, Reynaldo Michael Agoncillo II.
Their head coach is Rafi Gonzalez. Assistant coach is Artemio Marquez. Your PNP responders. Now both teams will meet at center court for the traditional sportsmanship handshake.
UNTV, happy 10th year anniversary. Wishing you all the best and more years to come, more blessing to your station and more people na matulungan ninyo. Happy 10th year anniversary.
Have yourself a new dimension of what a morning should be. General information that broaden our minds. Entertaining and interesting topics that enrich our beings. And what can you ask for? Free consultation on air. Start your morning right with Good Morning Kuya. UNTV, your public service channel. Una sa pagbibigay ng makabagong serbisyo publiko. Laging handa sa pagtulong sa kapwa-tao. dahil patuloy ang pagtaas ng presyo ng gasolina at ng pamasahe. Inilunsad ng UNTV ang Libreng Sakay Project sa iba't ibang lugar sa ating bansa. Pangunahin ang mga bus na bumibiyahe sa EDSA na nagsasakay mula Monumento hanggang Baclaran at pabalik nang walang sinisingil na anumang bayad. Bigger, better, broader. UNTV, innovating public service for 10 years.
Gawing masaya at masigla ang ating hapagkainan sa pamamagitan ng paghahain ng makukulay at masusustansyang inumin. Isama ang anumang prutas o gulay tulad ng carrot sa inyong ice cube molds. At siguradong mag-e-enjoy ang buong pamilya sa inyong kakaiba at espesyal na infused ice cube.
A friendly reminder from
Rise and Shine!
Maligayang bati sa ika-10 anibersaryo ng UNTV mula sa amin sa Bayan Muna. I hope you have not just 10 more years but 100 more years as a UNTV and keep it up. We have been very happy with your issues and the public affairs programs that you have, and we wish to see more of you in the coming years. Maraming salamat and congratulations sa 10th anniversary ng UNTV.
Enrich the spirit, inspired by music.
Hi, I'm Gerald Santos. Iniimbitahan ko po kayo na sumali sa Song of Praise Music Festival. Sa mga amateur, professionals na mga composers, supportahan po natin ang OPM at lalo pa po natin itong palaganapin sa pagsali po sa mga ganito pong klaseng mga patimpalak. Kaya sali na!
Enrich the spirit, inspired by music.
Binabati ko po ang family ng UNTV nationwide and worldwide sa kanilang ika-10 anibersaryo. Natutuwa po tayo at malalim at malawak na po ang nararating ng UNTV. Sana po ay patuloy ninyong gampanan ang paghahanap at pagbibigay ng katotohanan, tamang serbisyo, at saka yung lingkod bayan na laging sinusulong ng UNTV family. Mabuhay po ang UNTV.
Okay, if you open the mic, I will speak. Yes, I will. Okay. In this finale between the PNP and the AFP, Game 1 was decided in the 4th quarter. And in game number 2, it was decided in favor of the AFP as early as the 1st quarter. So where will the winning moment come in this showdown? And for all the marbles, use all the expressions, the last game, the very last game of UNTV Cup 2. Gentlemen, Ronnie Magsanok and Jerry Codinera, we have a perfect big man, small man combination here for this game. Your thoughts, we break it down. Let's start with Ronnie, then pass the ball to your big man.
Both of our coaches had 6 days to prepare for the decider of the second conference. Sabi mo nga, ang PNP nakuha ang unang game by that 4th quarter explosion in game 1. But in game number 2, AFP just started a firestorm. Started at the 1st quarter and eventually they destroyed the offense of Olo Numiping and shut down the big men of the PNP responders.
Good evening, Sir Seb. Good evening, Coach Ronnie.
Hi, Jing. 2-0 ka na.
Yeah, salamat sa lahat. Talaga?
2-0 na yan.
Talaga? Opo. And sa lahat ng mga kasambay natin, it's another treat for them. It will be again another exciting ball game. And I think siguro kung sino yung who will started well in this game will be a big factor tonight.
Talk about starting well. Now, let's talk about first the team that will have to make the adjustment. Let's start with the PNP. We have them on your screens. Anong kailangan gawin, Jerry, ng PNP nung matalo sila after game number 2?
Well, I think it really affected their game when AFP started well.
And I think they have to counter that, and I'm sure with 6 days, what Coach Ronnie said, I think siguro they made some adjustments.
Okay. Sa kabilang panag naman, if you're AFP, the morale is high. We saw them step onto the floor. They look like they're all business. Ronnie, you do more of what you did in game number 2, I
Well, the
guess.
psychological advantage definitely points to the side of the Cavaliers. The question is, will they be able to impose what they drew up going into this final game? Naniniwala ako sa sinabi ni Coach Jerry na yung magandang simula sa huling laro ng bawat kampyonato may kalamangan. Why? It's because of the fatigue factor, not only physically but more importantly on the mental side. Lahat ng mga players, maski nakapahinga, sa haba ng nilalaro, pagdating sa dulo may pagod mentally and physically. At pagdating sa dulo na nalamangan ka pa, ang hirap na kumbinsin sarili mo na makakabalik ka pa, lalong-lalo na pagod na lahat dito ng mga manlalaro.
Alam mo, Jericho Daniela, it's been a big man series. Ano, no first game, it was the two Harolds plus Umiping. In the H2O combination, Harold Santa Cruz and Harold Dicena took care of the business. In the second game, it was Kemba who adjusted together with Fernandez.
Yes.
Fernandez to hit 2 big baskets early on. Should it be the same? Ganun pa rin ba? Big man game tonight.
Yes, of course. They really have to contain si Harold Santa Cruz, and talagang parang secret weapon yung gamit kay Dicena noon. So siguro another duplication of that game.
Okay. Okay. Si Jerry lang walang puting buhok sa atin tatlo.
Bagets.
Wow. How he does it. Miracle. Let's send it over to our Coliseum announcer to introduce the starting lineups.
Welcome back here at the SMART-Araneta Coliseum for tonight's main event. Game 3 of the best of 3 championship showdown. Winner take all between the AFP Cavaliers and the PNP Responders in the UNTV Cup Season 2 Finals. Let's first meet the starting 5 of your AFP Cavaliers. At guard number 1, Alvin Zuniga. The other guard number 33, Eugene Tan. At center number 2, Jeffrey Kiambao. At forward number 22, Ian San Esteban. And the other forward number 18, Paulino Fernandez. Here now is the starting lineup of your PNP Responders. At guard number 22, Julius Creste. The other guard number 4, Olan Umiping. At center number 12, Harold Santa Cruz. At forward number 11, Harold Dicena. And the other forward number 15, Ronald Abaya. Officiating this ballgame are Bong Pascual, John Olivar, and Mike Galutera. This is Season 2 Finals of your UNTV Cup. Ito ang bagong game ko!
And here we go with the last game of the season. Who goes first? Let's go to Rina. Rina has somebody to talk to.
Yes, Sab, kasama ko ngayon si Assistant Coach Artemio Marquez ng PNP Responders. Assistant Coach, ano po ang mindset ngayon ng PNP Responders coming from a loss during their Game 2?
So yung last time kasi medyo nag-collapse yung depensa namin. So yun lang ang pinag-aralan namin, talagang dagdag depensa. Yung stamina talagang dinagdagan namin. Yung mga nangyari noong nakaraan, talagang kulang na kulang kami. Step up talaga kami sa depensa. Yung lang at ibabalik namin yung dating transition ng bola namin. Pag nagawa yun, palagay ko okay na yun.
And Assistant Coach, nag-adjust din syempre dito ang AFP coming into Game 3. Ano yung mga consider yung attack points nyo dito sa mga adjustments na gagawin ng AFP?
So siguro, stick pa rin kami sa dati namin laro, yung aming laro sa loob. Tsaka alam naman natin, si Olan Umiping nandiyan dyan, sniper. So lagi siyang may bola dyan sa labas. Yung pa rin ang aming wala nang iba.
Update lang po kay Ray Agoncillo why he's not playing for today's game.
Ang alam ko kasi meron silang importanteng family gathering. So siguro hopefully baka humabol yun dito kahit na
Alright, maraming salamat po sa inyo, Assistant Coach Artemio Marquez. In addition to that, Jenard Abragan has just gone through an operation. Kaya hindi pa po siya makakapaglaro sa game na ito. Nagkaroon po siya ng gallbladder operation which requires 1 month of rest. Which means to say, next season na natin siya makikita maglalaro para sa ating PNP Responders. Seth, balik sa'yo.
And now quickly going over now to Jerry for a chat with Sunny Manukot.
Yes, Seth, kasama ko ngayon si Coach Sonny Manukat. Coach, what were the key success factors in the previous game and how will those factors play into this game?
Well, definitely, tutuloy lang namin yung ginagawa namin last few games. Do-double namin yung effort namin, yung aggressiveness. Tapos yung run and gun play namin, hopefully magawa namin ulit ngayon.
How did you prepare for this match?
Well, high moral yung team. So, madali sa practice, lahat madali. Every single details, every single adjustments na dapat namin ginawa namin para ma-perfect namin lahat.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Coach Sonny Manukat. By the way, Seth, I spent time in the dugout kanina. I could really feel that the team was very high-spirited and they really prepared for this game. Kahit hanggang Sunday nga, hindi nila pinatawan, nag-practice talaga sila, no? At saka kanina, sabi nga ni Coach Sonny kanina, they've already anticipated all the adjustments that the PNP responders could possibly make. So handang-handa talaga tong team na to ngayon. And it's really quite exciting to see how this game would turn out. Back to you, 7, Coach Ronnie.
And I think, gentlemen, what Jerry was talking about with Sonny Manukat is felt in the first 2 offensive sets coming from the AFP. Kembao already with 2 quick baskets.
Actually, Seb, yung papasok pa lang yung lineup ng Cavaliers kanina. Doon sa player introduction, makikita mo na at mararamdaman mo na they're feeling good about what they were able to accomplish in Game 2 as they were able to push the series into a decider of this final game of the conference.
Fernandez was a factor in game number 1. Here comes the AFP rushing, running. Desena tried to get to it. They're starting with... Yes, Desena starting again here today. Here's Abaya wide open. Got it in.
Abaya in game number 2 para sa kupunan ng PNP had 8 points. They need these jumpers. He was only 3 of 11. Good for 27% in game number 2.
He can score in bunches if he needs to. I know we had several games where he was best player also.
Jing, ito na yung initial adjustment ng PNP. Nakikita mo ba ito? Zone defense sila nag-umpisa dun sa game 2 ngayon. Ang aga, tao-tao na sila.
Pinick up nila kagad para to limit their touches, siguro yung mga perimeter players.
Pinomba sila sa zone offense ng AFP dun sa game 2. Tumama agad from the 3 ang Cavaliers at parang nadagundong yung depensa ng PNP dun sa panimula. We talk about a veteran who knows how to win. Eugene Tan has been a part of the PBA, has been a major part of the PBL. Continues to be at his best. They're on top by 5 because of his first 3-point conversion.
Eugene Tan, a vital cog of this team since last season. And I like the fact that Zuniga is talking to his team. I felt in game number 1, Zuniga had too many things on his mind. Ang dami niyang inasikaso.
Alam mo, Seb, gusto lahat manalo. Pero minsan nga, nakakalimutan ng proseso. Misola was scoreless in game 2 for the responders. Beating the defense of Kiambao.
Nice inbound steal play. Kasi pag Tagalog, nakaw. And that resulted in a basket. It's on the ground. PNP active on its feet, down by 3 but in possession. Here comes Misola, half a step ahead. Kiambao got it, pumasok pa rin.
Second straight layup para dito kay Misola.
Here's Fernandez, the Tan, offensive foul.
Alam mo, Jing, marami ka nang nilaruan ng mga rubber match na tinatawag. Mabigat ang composure, mabigat ang stability. Mataas ang nervous energy. Anong tingin dito?
Yes, especially that's what this AFP is always in the game. Yung composure ni Eugene Tan, ni Zuniga, and Kiambao.
Bawal mataranta, di ba, Jing?
Yes, malaking factor yun. Siyempre,
okay magtantantanan, pero bawal matarantantanan.
Okay. Judgment mo na.
Criste, pockets of 3. Earlier in control, IMP 3. We'd like to mention that Roger Araneta already in the floor had 12 points in game number 2.
Araneta will be relied upon to lock in those jumpers and even probably from the long court. Scores to 7-2 earlier. Now it's a 7-0 counter blast by the responders. As Fernandez does a Willie Miller move. Dilhensya move kasama Jing.
Yung mga don't bite the pig.
Anong tawag?
Don't bite the pig, sabi nga nila. But
sinalya yung pain
pero dapat don't leave your feet.
Defense minister nga.
Alam mo yung kay Miller, ang nakakainis pag ginawa siya.
Tatawa.
Gingisi-gisi pa pagkatapos, di ba? Nakakaasar talaga.
Magaling dyan si Lee Membeng, di ba?
Yung kanya kasi Jing po may fake eh.
Si Lee Membeng naman.
Ito, sinapasok yung kamay sa challenge chance eh.
Si Lee Membeng naman, hindi tatawa, hindi nag-change yung expression, di ba? In the meantime, lots of rugged action inside. Kriste, fouled by Fernandez, who was immovable. But Fernandez ends up with the contact.
Kriste starting out for the first time in the series. It was Japet Cabao who started out games 1 and 2. Pero ngayon para sa PNP, they don't want to start out flat. Naghahanap sila ng energy player para sa kanilang panimula dito sa ating final game.
Here's a Libet Tibayatay, sarap ng buhay, 3-point shot. Fernandez is brought down to the bench. We have Casulla already on the floor. Ball is lost. Casulla picks up an errant pass. It is Eugene Tan in possession. Over now to Habard to the other side of the floor. Araneta pockets it.
It's about embracing your roles and making sure that you give up that basketball to an open teammate. Second 3-point basket para sa Cavaliers.
Not necessarily because of a home court advantage for Araneta. In the meantime, Casulla with a rejection. AFP by 2. Into the corner. Here's a hard drive. Onto the opposite end. Oh, muntik mahulog. Here's Julius Kriste. Nice gather. He's familiar move and he'll too strong.
Parang kabisado ni Eugene si Kriste. Hindi na bilak.
Tama yun. Alam niyang i-yo-yo ng konti sa kanan eh, no? Samantala, Araneta wide open!
Definitely Kriste has to defend better than that. He wanted a leak out. Instead, they will pay as they give up another 3. Now they fall behind by 5.
Timeout taken. Back in a moment.
UNTV, happy 10th year anniversary. Sana next year makasama na ako sa UNTV Cup.
Okay, let's take a look at this 3-point shot. First, the Osteogard Gogolao 3-point shot from the corner by Roger Araneta. And he's spot on so far, Ronnie.
They surrendered the lead at 9-8, and then suddenly Araneta nailing 2 straight 3-pointers. And now, Cabao is inside for Kriste to try and provide better composure in the backcourt for the responders.
Here's Cabao trying to break up the inside. Downstairs we go. Escalona with his familiar hang time move, nothing there.
Alam mo, Sir Jing, ang pinakamahirap dito if you're trying too hard. And sometimes players tend to fall into the trap because you want so badly to win.
Yes. You know what is so particularly clear is the way the AFP has decided, let's use some muscle. Let's use size inside. And kick it out outside if there's somebody free. Pero lakasan mo natin.
These are things that you work on day in, day out. But these are things that sometimes you forget because of the pressure and the anxiety level inside.
Sir Seb, Sir Ron, meron parang unusual na parang in-open up masyado ng AFP yung attack nila sa offense.
Yung ano?
Yung offense nila.
Atake nila?
Yes.
Araneta had to release it because of the remaining time left on the shot clock.
Pero Jing, wag mo ako i-sir. Si Sir Seb lang i-sir mo. Ako pwede mo akong tawagin Tisoy.
Ano?
Tisoy.
Okay.
Tisoy sauce. Kasi pag sabi kong Tisoya, ayaw mo pumayag, maputi.
Bago. Last day, ngayon palang lumalabas ito.
Moniker yun, bago yun.
Okay. Musola, travel. Teka. Iba down ng referee. 15 pa. That's Casulla. Guilty of that foul.
Mabigat ang 3-point shooting dito sa first quarter ng Cavaliers. They're perfect at 3 of 3 from the rainbow area. This is reminiscent of what we saw in Game 2.
Yep.
Pero ito, nakatao-tao. In transition defense, nagkukulong kung kaya't nakakabomba mula sa 3. Yung mga gunners ng Cavaliers.
Extra pass, no?
Yes, totoo yan.
AFP hit 6 of so many attempts. 6 of 25 in game number 2. Ito lalo na nung crash time na yan.
Yes.
Ng dulo eh. Pero nung umpisa yun, Araneta had big points there. In the meantime, Winston Serio, who did not see much time in game 2, is on the floor early. Here's Araneta, peeking inside. Umiping has not gotten a share of the ball yet. There's a foul. It's on Umiping.
Patience is a virtue. Araneta was very patient. He understood that Sergio was denied of that basketball on that ball reversal. Alam niya mainit siya, alam niya umatras si Olan Umiping. Tinirahan niya, sumabit si Olan, will go to the line. Araneta with 6 of the first 14 points by AFP. Para naman sa kabila, Misola with 6 out of the 11 points naman para dito sa responders.
You mean to tell me our 6 months together is already up? We're done.
Tama yan.
We're done, no?
Actually, tayo nila Jing mula pa ng first conference. Sige, bigyan na rin kita ng moniker. S squared, Sir Seb. Seb, sir?
Parsing through. Soy sauce at tisoy. Gusto ko yung tisoy. Yung tisoy lusot yun. Pero yung Daniel...
Tisoy sauce.
Direct. Si Daniel Razon hindi na nag-meals. Yung pa rin ang suot na kanina habang niya ino-oversee niya yung preparasyon, yung pagtakbo natin ng ating last day. 17-11. Nanalo kanyang kupunan ng executive.
Oh, wow.
My God.
Jing, may half-court trap dito ang AFP.
Yes,
That's a horrible
bago
pass.
yun, ha?
No, they're not allowing the responders to set up and get that ball inside. Actually, coaches do that when they don't want that ball to be dumped inside. That is a scheme that you want to do if you want to take away that inside pass of that point of attack.
Kasi inalis nila yung inside game ni Harold Santa Cruz,
Yes.
ano ha? That will rattle away, and Cabal blocks the rebound. Here's the smallest man on the floor, zigzagging through traffic. Zuniga trying to stop him. Dish off at the last moment. Yes, it'll go. Plus a free throw. Forthcoming.
This will be the 4th layup para dito sa PNP, and Misola has been the recipient out of those interior passes. Misola carrying this team on his narrow shoulders, but definitely playing his heart out here in the first. At as ito Jing, hindi niya pinapabayaan na mabaon sila ng malalim.
Yes, and talagang hinahanap din nila yung mga big man sa underneath the basket.
Gusto mo yung mga pasang yan, Jing?
Oo, yan ang parang ang lapit eh.
No, it's almost like a big-to-big
Malapit
passing
para
situation.
sa'yo kasi ang tangkad mo eh. Sa amin, maski ganyan sa ilalim, ang layo.
Pero grabe ang effort ng guards dyan, no?
Yeah, just to bring it that close, yun diba? Kaya nga si Ronnie Magsanok, sabi nga niya sa atin, hindi na natutong tumira ng under.
Hirap eh. Pasa ko na lang.
At saka grabe din ang success ng mga centers. Yung credit din talaga sa mga guards.
Nadinig niyo yan? Pasa ko na lang, sabi ni Magsanok. 17-14.
Mainit si Misola para dito sa responders. Taking over that lead role in terms of offense para sa Blue Shirts.
Misola with 9 points. This shot will work for Kasulia.
Alam mo, Jeng, si Kiambao at si Kasulia, ang taas ng level ng laro dito sa finals. At talagang nakasabay sila dito kay Pascual na maganda ang pinapakita talaga para sa AFP.
You've always liked Pascual throughout the...
I admire his game.
Umiping needs to wax on tonight. There's a night he needs to get on fire. This is him.
And he has to start out early. The sniper was won 2 straight MVP titles. Definitely, he's thankful for those 2 individual awards. But the crowning glory for him is to annex a championship para dito sa PNP.
11 points in game number 2.
That's a conference low for Olan.
As we take a look at the Umiping, even Tiba yata ay sarap ng buhay 3. 2:35. That's the time remaining. Boy, this is going to be for all the preparation, 6 days, this game will be short. But you know it, when Eugene Tan wants to win, he's talking a lot. Look at this. Anong defensive formation ng AFP?
Habang sila ng trap dito sa half-court, sir. Ayan,
Misola does not panic early. There's a shot that drops in at the last moment.
Escalona looking to be a fire starter para dito sa PNP. 2 3-point baskets and suddenly they're only behind by 1 at 21-20.
Drop inside anticipated by Misola, who's doing a tad of everything.
This is already a good start para sa PNP. They only had 7 points in game 2 in the first quarter.
Osteogard Gogolao, 3-point heave.
bago sila umabot sa 20 points doon, Seb. Nasa patapos na tayo ng second quarter.
Here comes Kabahog over to Umiping. Eyed the basket, Tan sticking closer. Passes it outside. Misola takes all day to shoot. Got it!
Jing, mainit. Oo. Bigat. 11 first quarter points para kay Misola. Down by 7 kanina ang PNP. Now, on top by 1.
Dami nag-cheer sa likod natin, yung mga volleyball
And
players.
this game is brought to you by the letter P.
Okay, in this neighborhood. In this
neighborhood.
Ayan ka na naman. 22-21. Sam Sarmenta, Jerry Cordillera, and Ronnie Magsanok. Last day of the UNTV Cup. Sinyiga, 6 on the shot clock. Nice dish. But there's a nice block. 1 point lead by the PNP. What is the biggest lead, Ronnie?
The biggest lead stood at 17-11. A 6-point advantage para sa AFP. But then Misola started to heat up. And Misola has been a two-way player para dito sa PNP. Workhorse on offense and likewise an interior defender on the other end.
Alam mo, Jerry, yung tawag ng referee niya. I always think it's a big man's call.
Yes.
Yung...
Bakit, sir?
Feeling ko ina-anticipate ng referee sa big man. Diba yung nagkakatawan, then they make the call, diba? Then both are just jockeying for position.
Medyo nakitaan ng impeding actually.
Napakabigat ng shooting percentage ng PNP sa ating first quarter. They are 61% from the field, 75% from the 3, and that has been key sa kanilang comeback, down by 7 or down by 6, now on top by 3.
What is the PNP doing a little better aside from shooting well?
They're defending really well. Although Eugene Tan escapes with that attack inside. Shut down si Zuniga at hindi pumuputok yung ibang perimeter players aside from Araneta, of course.
Idanan sticking close to Umiping. There's a good move by Santa Cruz but angled away. Lead pass. Idanan catches it. Zuniga says, let's not rush. Tan free. Yes!
Eugene Tan and Escalona getting tangled up. Second three-point conversion para kay Eugene Tan. Now they're in top one once again here, Jing, by 2 points.
Our ball game is at 26-24, 26 seconds. Escalona sets. What a chance. Follow up. There's a foul downstairs as Misola is all around this court.
Nothing in game 2. 11 points here in game 3. It was Harold Dicena who was big. Combined with Harold Santa Cruz in game 1 of the series para sa PNP. Jing, Misola na buhay.
Nakita mo yung foul na yun. Talagang no easy points.
Play of foul na tinatawag.
Pero laging meron ako feeling ko sa kahit anong liga, ang isang series, there's that intangible or that one player who will just explode. Ano? The stars will get... Gagawin nila yung mga stars yung ano nila.
Bunot, ano? And again, seems like Misola can miss 4 of 4 from the field.
No, he can't.
4 of 4 from the free throw line.
One of his best games, no?
Oo naman.
Pag yan nag-miss, alam ko sino may kasalanan.
Parang nagtatransform siya.
Transform,
yes. We shall protect the ball. 26 on. Uy.
Totally unnecessary.
Itong dalawang to kanina pa nagigirian. Look at this 3-point shot brought to you by Patrol. I am fit, I am it. Sumabit niya. Isabit niya.
First foul on Dennis Escalona. 2 free throws for Eugene Tan.
I like what Zuniga is doing. First, he hears out Coach Sandy Manuka. Yung mga ibang players kasi, Seven, they get too excited. You always recognize a voice, and that is the voice of your coach. But sometimes, even if you shout at the top of your voice, hindi narinig ng mga players dahil so sobrang tone nila. Pero if that line is open, it's easier to coach, and it's so much easier to play for these players.
Umiping with a tough catch. It was Santa Cruz had the right thing in mind. He wanted Umiping to track it down, but it was too far ahead.
Pagilid yung pasa instead of going towards the basket.
That was clearly so. And there were 2 defenders also.
And again, another foul. That far away from the basket. Newton Tan has been a marksman in terms of making his shots from the free throw line.
Boy, Eugene Tan has made a professional career out of grabbing bodies at the midcourt area. And how he makes it appear like it's not his fault. I mean, really. That's hard to do.
Hardest thing to experience when you're up against Eugene Tan is when he gets inside your head.
Oh, yeah. Parang Dennis Rodman yan. Middle. Midcourt shot, but it's a good one. The AFP had their moments, Jerry and Ronnie. 29-26. We'll break this first quarter down just after these.
Dapat ang usapan is ngayong araw yung susunod at TWG. Reset nila, pero at least sinabi nila na next week. Diba?
What will happen pag hindi pa natuloy ulit sa next week?
Ano na yan? Revolution na yan.
From the Big Dome in Cubao, Quezon City, the SMART-Araneta Coliseum, where championships are won and lost at the same time, where champions have trekked in and losers have walked out. But in the spirit of competition, this is all good for us here. I promised the audience we'd break down that first quarter. Jerry, umpisahan natin sa big man action inside. Nag-neutralize and Misolo was the big factor.
Yes, sir. Sir said, that's true, Coach Ron. Talagang they're looking for some inside presence on si Misola and but nag-respond din naman yung on the other side si Casulla and Kiambao. So, na-equalize din.
Ronnie, the guard play has been essential here. There's a lot of action, a lot of shoving and pushing as well.
And Eugene Tan's thumbprints are all over this three-point advantage by the Cavaliers. Idanan with that solid hit on Julius Christian.
Okay, let's bring in Rina Villamor. Let's find out what they're thinking of on the bench.
Yes, Chef, the battle cry of the PNP responders coming today's ball game is to finish the mission. According to their head coach, Rafi Gonzalez, even though they don't have Agoncillo and Abergan for this ball game, they have to play mentally tough. He just said to them, you just have to focus on this ball game. He also said the keys to winning this ball game is your composure and to playing it with confidence. At this time, hindi sila pwedeng magpanic dahil pag nagpanic sila, mas maraming mistakes ang makakommit nila. Sabi rin sa kanila na Coach Rafi Gonzalez, tapatan nyo lang ang depensa ng kalaban nyo, labanan nyo rin ang pagod sa larong ito and be more patient in this ball game. Dahil ang nangyayari daw, pinipikon lang daw sila dito ng AFP Cavaliers. Huwag daw sila magpadala dito at gawin daw nila ang usual game nila. Seth, balik sa'yo.
Oh, while Rina was talking, ang ganda nung, well, it doesn't going to sound right at sinawsaw ni Kiambao sa tuktok ng lipad niya. Umiping has missed his last two attempts.
You talked about the frontline performance. Isola has been outstanding for the PNP responders, but Kiambao has silently executed 3 nice-looking layups for a total of 6 points. But more importantly, he has pushed AFP once again 5 points ahead of the responders after the responders took the lead away from them at 24-21 under the 1 minute mark of the first.
Olan Umiping, of course, is pining for a huge game here at the Araneta Coliseum, the SMART-Araneta, which seems to be his Achilles heel, which seems to be bothering him. Last year, of course, they had it against the judiciary. He needed to explode. This shot works.
Jing, favorite shot mo? Elbow or short corner?
Short corner.
Ganda ng backspin doon, Jing.
Yes, para sila malapit, no?
Favorite player mo si Malapit, ha?
Sa malapit na.
Nakatako na. Umiping draws the double coverage. Zabaya can't pocket it in from the left side. It's on the ground and it'll be a foul.
Eugene Tan making that play happen on the other end. But now he wants a breather as he has played the entire first quarter all the way here to this part of the second. Coach Sani Manuka tapping Eugene Tan, giving him a brief rest. San Esteban coming in for Eugene Tan.
Jerry Alcantara has this report.
Yes, Seth, just a couple of updates from the AFP bench, no? Ang bilin talaga ni Coach Sonny Manukat sa team, strengthen their defense. They'll maintain their man-to-man defense, but they'll put extra effort on guarding Misola, who's already made 13 points just in the first quarter. Back to you, 7, Coach Ronnie.
And wisely so, why not? In the meantime, right, it's getting extremely physical.
As of, rather, by now, magkakakilala na sila sa lahat ng galaw eh.
Oh, yes. That's a great
Lahat ng
point.
galaw, lahat ng scouting reports, lahat ng team tendencies. Alam mo na yan eh.
So the referees, they're doing a good job. Yung mga ganun, they put their arm under,
Yung gulangan.
naka-deny, di ba?
I think from the commissioner's office, after he also told us, konting kiss-kiss foul. Diba? Para hindi mag-init ang sinaing kagad. Dungiga
defended well.
Had nowhere to go. No? He rubbed it against the...
He's having problems with the quicker Criste.
It's close. 33-26. Game number 3. Second quarter. There's Criste. Young Kiling. There's a cut. No chance for a pass. Santa Cruz doesn't gamble that much on that one. The pass downstairs.
Young Kiling was wide open underneath.
Hindi nakita ni Harold. Ano?
Kasi talagang one-track mind siya ron. Iba-back down niya dahil hindi na siya maka-atake. This play 1. Jigs has Santa Cruz popping out sa corner. Tapos kakayuri niya or he will look for weak side cuts. This was the most successful play of the first game para dito sa PNP.
In the meantime, Omiping spins away. Shot clock at 7. Omiping, good line. Ayaw talaga, no? Could be a foul on San Esteban.
That will be on Roger Araneta.
Is it Araneta?
I thought that was an inadvertent contact.
Kaya natatawa si Roger.
Oo, dahil napulot na ni Pascual yung bola.
Has Sonny Manukat always had these wide shoulders, suddenly up close?
Actually, sir, hindi masyado siya dati. Dati mahaba
no?
siya. Kasi small forward to eh. Pero ngayon, power forward na yung build niya.
Alam mo, masamang pakitaan ito.
Bakit ka mo?
Mula kay Ed Cordero, kay Francis Zamora, papunta kay Sonny Manukat.
So yung hita ko, biceps nila.
By next conference, ganun na tayo, Ronnie, ha? Ala. Samantala, para na rin tayong news, ano? Samantala!
Pasok!
33-26. Live pa rin ho tayo as Eugene Tan dishes off. Kemba misses. Close range. Follow up.
Alam ko na, sir, ang tawag. Finger roll.
Finger roll.
Parang si the scholar. Diba?
Finger roll.
Pero yung kanya, walang board. Diba? Kaya iniluwakan nila pero napulot niya. Pero mukhang hindi counted. Ilalabas ang bola sa side.
Tama ka, Coach Ronnie. At 33-26. Kasi unusual yun kung not counted tapos free throws eh. Wala pa naman penalty. Pero babagal itong laro to. 14 fouls ng PNP. Tatlo ang AFP.
Oh my.
One more. Plus one more. And then, offensive foul, no?
Wala kompromiso doon si Eugene Tan dahil hindi ginamit ni Zuniga yung screen.
Number 33, Kuya Daniel is first for the Cavaliers.
To advance.
Kaya nga sinasabi nila sometimes if you want to use the pick, either sa ball screen or sa mga screens, better late than early.
Mga teaching points na talaga.
Dahil kundi talaga makukompromiso yung screener eh. Alam mo yan, Jing? I thought that was clean upstairs.
Baka gumalaw yung buhok.
Ano gumalaw, Jing?
Yung buhok.
Eh, paano kung walang buhok? Eto, tingnan mo, Jing. Sapalking ka eh. Sapalking ka ni...
Close call.
Bite.
Jing, ha?
Bite mo.
Ginawa mong 50-50 balls.
50-50. In the meantime, Kembao has been very active in the game. No question about it. Already with 6 in this first half.
You can see the game face of Kembao.
Oh boy, I saw him in a fast food eatery. I was far. He has the same game face when he's ordering food, actually. I'm not kidding. Same game face.
That's good.
Consistent.
Intense in every way. But Casulia,
can you imagine all these guys jumping out of a AFP half track in an emergency situation, I will feel so safe.
Oo. Covered ka niyan.
Oo. Kembao pa lang, Araneta pa lang. And then yung Eugene Tan comes along. Yang Kiling trying to keep in step. Gone!
Excellent hesitation by Eugene Tan. Now, the Cavaliers are on top by the biggest margin, 9-point advantage, 35-26.
UNTV sa ngalan ng Hukbong Himpapawid ng Pilipinas. Binabati namin kayo ng 10th anniversary, lalo-lalo na kay Kuya Razon. Maraming salamat din sa mga naitulong niyo sa Armed Forces saka sa Philippine Air Force. Mabuhay kayo at more power sa inyo lahat.
They're happy, and the rest of the crowd is they were treated to a good exhibition game. They heard a razor earlier where the government executives won again against the legislators.
Monster game by Francis Zamora.
Wow, yeah. They got great games from some of the supporting cast like Major General Bayani, who had 5 assists.
Arugay also played well.
Oh.
At saka yung 3-point basket ni
Adriatico, who is on the bench of the AFP.
That was the game changer in that fourth quarter para sa executives. And of course, kinayod ni Yamamoto at nakatulong din, of course, si Sec Joel Villanueva.
Harold Santa Cruz is on the line. We're already in the penalty. Boy, guys, we are going to be free throws.
Nearly 4 minutes has gone here in the second quarter. PNP has given up 6 straight points dito sa AFP. They have scored none so far. Down by 3 at the turn of the first. Now they're behind by 9, their biggest deficit of this final game of the conference.
Santa Cruz making the adjustment. It is now 35-27, coming to you live from the SMART-Araneta Coliseum in Cubao, Quezon City. This is the UNTV Cup, Game 3 of the finals of the second conference, second edition, second season. Call it what you will, we're back for the second time around. Nice spin, but it is rejected. Misoles back in the court. He was a difference in the first half, in the first quarter, that is. Omiping downstairs to Santa Cruz, who curls. Foul. Could be Fernandez. If it's Fernandez, that's 3. It is Araneta. That's why I said if it is Fernandez.
Santa Cruz has 3 points so far. All of his points coming from the free throw line.
Yamba waiting in the wings to come in for somebody. Could be, I'll guess.
Kasi Fernandez yan, sir. Inaararo na ni Santa Cruz si Fernandez, but Santa Cruz misses 2 free throws.
And the score remains at 35-27 with 5.5 remaining. Zuniga back on the floor. Fernandez shopping around. No pass yet. There's a cut, but it's anticipated. Ball kicked by Misola. You're watching the UNTV Cup. This is not game 5 of the finals of the Pro. That's tomorrow.
Shot clock is under 14 seconds.
Winston Serious back in the game. Zuniga. Nothing there.
Scoreless so far is Alvin Zuniga, coming off an 11-point performance. And he was chosen by Jerry as our Game 2 best player.
Yes,
diba, Jingo?
Grabe early post work.
Well, no?
Tama yan. Oops.
Yeah, too close. And that'll be 3 on Fernandez.
Chinanchan.
Tawag dyan, Jing, belly up.
Belly up. Belly up.
Never chew tuloy sa
That's definitely pushing Santa Cruz out of his sweet spot underneath.
Santa Cruz knocks it in. He missed 2 charities last time around. But no move to change Fernandez, who has 3 personals.
4 of 7 from the free throw line. PNP has gone to the line 12 times, made 9.
Air ball.
Now they're 9 of 13 as Santa Cruz has dipped to 4 of 8, good for 50%.
May halong pagod dyan, ano, when you miss free throws.
Saka pressure.
More the pressure, more than anything
Sabay
else?
eh.
Sabay.
Lalo pag napapatungan yung mintis mo, nasusunod-sunod ka, lalong humihirap, lalong lumilit yung butas.
Parang psychological na rin.
Yes, which is the hardest part.
Tan trying to jab step out of trouble. Sends it outside to Zuniga. Shot clock at 5. And quickly another foul and another pair of free throws forthcoming.
Number 66, Belmar Hamoni. Penalty. Second foul on Belmar Hamoni.
You know, both sides have not yet adjusted to the calls, honestly. Little tiki-taki, they're calling it right away. Now, there's a mood there.
Seventh foul coming in for Belmar Hamoni.
I know you're 2 coaches now, so you won't talk about the officiating, so I don't mind. I'm used to it.
Ito ang sa'yo, Seth. Ito ang sa'yo. Ayan, dead air.
I know you have careers to look after, but really, there's a tendency of teams not to realize how the officiating is going and force the officials to use the whistle. Zuniga gets some points.
It's because sometimes the concept of playing hard, going hard is sometimes literally executed.
It's misread, misunderstood. Alam mo, hindi makahanap ng tiyempo ang PNP since that time when Misola got going. Nothing there. No good, no call there. Huh? That was a good no call. 3. Yes!
Serio over-helping. Opening up things for all and Uniping.
37-31 is the count. Uniping with 6 points now.
Importante yung conversion na yun. Kailangan kasi inside-outside na combination.
Bam thought about it. Fernandez lets it fly. Air ball. PNP trying to get a run going here. Uniping.
Excellent pass coming from Trabajo. Will force the hand of Coach Sunny Manila to call timeout. They lost vision on Uniping, who makes them pay with back-to-back 3-point baskets.
Back in a moment.
Have yourself a new dimension of what a morning should be. General information that broaden our minds. Entertaining and interesting topics that enrich our beings. And what can you ask for? Free consultation on air. Start your morning right with Good Morning Kuya.
They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. We've got the good crowd here, feeling just about 3/4 of the Araneta Coliseum. Watch this. Live it, Tibayatay. Sarap ng buhay.
And the scores to the 37-28, 4 minute and 20 mark. And then suddenly, all on Uniping, nailing 2 straight 3-point conversions.
Gambao trying to curl against a triple team. Looking for the ball. He has nowhere to go. Fernandez has 8 on the shot clock. That is a little too strong. And look at the smallest guy on the floor taken away from the biggest. Abaya, quick release. Got it! The final bounce.
And the jumpers are back para dito sa responders. Responding with this big 8-0 fight back to narrow the gap to only 1 point.
They were looking really for some kind of rhythm, Jerry. And now, this is a big one. The AFP has a tendency sometimes to just stall. They will become quiet for a long, long time.
Possession for the AFP Cavaliers. Ron Pascual coming in for Molino Fernandez.
Three-point shot brought to you by Ostergaard. Go Galao.
Pagkakataon na ng PNP na makuha yung kalamangan dun, Jing. But once again, Eugene Tan would not allow that to happen. Pero kailangan ni Eugene Tan ng katulong. Kanina sa Araneta, bumomba eh. Pero kailangan pumunto si Zuniga. Kailangan may bulusok si Idanan. Maging si Winston Sergio.
I like your point, gentlemen, earlier about the defense of the PNP has picked up several notches. Huh?
Lalo sa perimeter, no?
Turnaround, circle side. And now they're fighting for every rebound.
And Santa Cruz has controlled the rebounding battle para sa responders here in the second.
Oniping. Yeah!
Difficult shot.
This is a good third game, 38-37. That will not work. PNP is on the tear here. Here is Harold Santa Cruz. Big man on the dribble. Harold sidestepping. Throws up a prayer. Went for his own miss. Will get it to the line.
Very smart. AFP looking for a timeout, which they did not get. Now Eugene Tan trying to steady the ship para dito sa Cavaliers.
Suddenly it's a three-point lead for the PNP. The ball is lost. That inside is full of trenches. Can ball? No! Santa Cruz dominating.
Yes. Defensively has been a monster para sa PNP.
Suddenly I can't see anything. As Zuniga and Manukat are in front of me.
Alam mo, Sev, yung early penalty, team penalty para sa AFP was costly para sa atin. Why? Number one, it stopped the time. Two, it allowed PNP to think clearly. It allowed them to score. Although, panaka-naka, still nakaka-basket, still nakakapuntos. At nagkakumpiyansa bigla si Harold Santa Cruz. But it was the 2 3-point conversions of Alan Meeting that turned things around. Bumitaw yung depensa. Bumitaw, kumalas. Pag kumalas kay Olan, naku, nakita mo naman. Kaya nga, Mr. Sniper ang tawag.
Oniping went to the referee to check the moisture on the ball. Alam mo naman dito, puro bago ball eh.
Sigat ng run. 37. Like that, 35-28. Ngayon, 41-37 na. Grabe, 13-2 run in the last 4 minutes in favor of PNP.
Hindi ka pwedeng malilingat, ano? Ola.
Hindi ka pwedeng kumumpiyansa.
And hindi mo akalain biglang pumutok. Hindi siya pumuputok dito sa court na ito eh.
Normally, fourth quarter siya yan. Third quarter.
Nung nandun tayo sa Inares, di ba? 1:16 to go. Araneta, dish to the right side.
Excellent contest by Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz doing a little of everything. And Cabao has been steady at the point. Here is Lata. Yes!
Wow. Wow. Lata canning a 3, sir.
Zuniga hesitates. Todd hesitates. Attacks. Gets it to drop.
That breaks a 2-minute scoreless spell. And they will give up another foul on a streaking Olan Meeting. Big second quarter para dito sa PNP. Their defense only allowing AFP 8 second quarter points. Unbelievable.
Patrola, Ahmed. 3. Is that a 3? Wow, yes, it's Lata. Normally, an inside operator.
At saka transition yun.
Canning, eh?
Oo naman.
Ito na. Ito mahirap yung mga shooters pag nakaka-rhythm na, no? Pagka may pulso na.
Olan is 42% from the 3 at 3 out of 7. 14 points right now for Olan Meeting.
This is a very interesting comparison, but a little odd. I last saw this, and this is true, from Alan Kaydig. When he has that rhythm, that's hard to break.
Parang ano, release ng train, sabi nila.
Kahit anong angulo, kahit anong...
Nasa zone? Zone ba yun?
Oh, zone, right. 24 seconds remaining. But too many useless fouls.
Ang maganda sa PNP dito sa second quarter is that they're defending really well in terms of individual defense. Tapos yung last line defender na si Santa Cruz, sinipagan niya eh. Meron pang isa eh, si Misola. para pag bumitaw kay Santa Cruz, nandun sasalo si Misola.
Alam mo ang ginawa ng PNP doon? They looked at the AFP straight in the eye. Nag-blink ang AFP for a while.
Parang pelikula, Reversal of Fortune.
Actually, yung kiskisa ni Escalon at ni Eugene Tan, sa akin, you coaches, look at the video. You can't call it the tape anymore. Wala nang tape, no? Unless you do, you still use that. In the meantime, turn around.
They needed that. That's a shot in the arm para sa Cavaliers.
Final shot time. Cabao brings it up. Mala John Stockton ang dala niya ng bola. Head up. Nice dish. Santa Cruz doesn't fire. But Cabao, that pass. Maybe Santa Cruz should have tried, but he just doesn't fire a 15-footer.
That's good recovery coming from Eugene Tan.
Fight with release. Sayang, sabi ni Misola. But so far, this first lot of action, Ronnie and Jerry.
Terrific close out of the second quarter para sa PNP, courtesy of Olan Umiping
Big
and
game.
Santa Cruz.
Big lang yung AFP has some thinking to do, Jericho Tiniera.
Yes, sir. Kailangan nila mag-regroup.
Exactly. That's why they're heading for the locker room. We'll take a very short break. This is Game 3 of the finals.
Ng pamuluan ng LTFRB, we would like to greet the UNTV a happy 10th year anniversary, and kami po sa LTFRB nagpapasalamat sa UNTV sa tuloy-tuloy na pagsuporta sa lahat ng aming mga programa. Nandiyan lagi ang UNTV at nakaalalay para ipakalap, sabi sa ating mga mamayan kung ano ang mga programa, ano ang aming mga balita, at nakikita namin na kasama ang inyong stasyon para lalong makamit namin ang aming misyon na magkaroon ng mga pampublikong sasakyan na ligtas, dependable, and environment friendly.
UNTV, your public service channel. Una sa pagbibigay ng makabagong serbisyo publiko, laging handa sa pagtulong sa kapwa-tao. Kabuhayan naman ang dala ng proyekto ng UNTV sa pakikipagtulungan ng TESDA, ang Manipela Academy. Sa pamamagitan nito, makakapag-aral ang ating mga kababayan sa iba't ibang bahagi ng ating bansa ng vocational courses na maaari nilang magamit sa paghahanap buhay. Bigger, better, broader. UNTV, innovating public service for 10 years.
Ilan ang bilang na kailangan para maging Speaker of the House?
Ikaw talaga din.
Yung bang 169, pwede na maging Speaker of the House noon kung sakali.
Pwede na yun. Pwede na yun.
Maraming salamat po.
Ayoko.
Bakit? Thank you so much for being with us. Bakit ayaw mo?
Yung closing mo, iba yun.
Nais ko lang batiin ang UNTV on its 10th year anniversary. Napakaganda nitong inyong programa. Kuya Daniel, ipagpatuloy mo ang iyong matapang na pamamahayag at alam mo, sa mga panahong ito ay kailangan na nating maging matapang sa lahat ng mga pagsubok sa atin. Kanya muli sa UNTV, more power.
UNTV, your public service channel. Una sa pagbibigay ng makabagong serbisyo publiko, laging handa sa pagtulong sa kapwa-tao. Naghahatid sa larangan ng broadcast and public service ng kauna-unahang mobile radio booth na dala ay balita at paglilingkod bayan sa iba't ibang panig ng ating bansa. Bigger, better, broader. UNTV, innovating public service for 10 years. Kilalanin natin ang ating Department of Foreign Affairs at ang mga kawaning nagsisilbi upang mas mapabuti ang ating pakikipag-ugnayan sa mundo. Frontliners, kasama si Kuya Daniel Razon, Congressman Erin Tanyada at ang frontliners ng diplomasya ng bansa. Frontliners, tuwing Miyerkules, alas 5 hanggang alas 5:45 ng hapon.
On your 10th year anniversary, I commend the UNTV for continuing to live up to the slogan, your public service channel. Through the years, you have provided the viewing public with valuable and thorough coverage of matters affecting their lives as Filipinos. The valuable service you extend to the public, especially to the elderly and the marginalized sector, makes UNTV a station that is credible and truly service-oriented. To the men and women of UNTV Broadcasting Network, congratulations and more power to you for the next 10 years.
I'm Reggie Tongol, a lawyer by profession, TV host by advocacy.
I'm William Theo. I am a journalist, a commercial model, and also a realtor. Join me and meet the mighty shakers and movers of society
and be inspired by their amazing journey through life here on Spotlight.
Explaining the Constitution.
Expanding your knowledge about common law.
Resolving your legal queries.
Understanding the Latin maxims of law.
All these things you can learn only here in Law Profile.
UNTV, your public service channel. Una sa pagbibigay ng makabagong serbisyo publiko, laging handa sa pagtulong sa kapwa-tao. Dahil laging una sa UNTV ang pagtulong sa kapwa, inilunsad ni Kuya Daniel Razon ang Tulong Muna Bago Balita. Ang UNTV, ang kauna-unahang istasyon sa buong mundo kung saan ang mga reporters at crew nito ay trained rescuers. Dahil mas mahalaga ang buhay ng isang biktima ng aksidente kaysa pagbabalita. Kaya tulong muna bago balita. Bigger, better, broader. UNTV, innovating public service for 10 years.
Mga kasangbahay, mayroon ba kayong mga kaanak na may katandaan na sa buhay? Nabibigyan ba natin sila ng sapat na pagpapahalaga at panahon? Kapag nagkakaedad na, naghahanap ang ating mga mahal sa buhay ng atensyon at pagkalinga. Kaya't kahit abala o pagod sa trabaho, huwag kalilimutang isama sa ating schedule ang pagdalaw sa kanila, pag-alam sa kanilang kalagayan, pagbibigay ng sapat na panahon at pag-aaruga. Tandaan, Habang tayo ay lumalaki at nagkakaroon ng sariling buhay, ang ating mga magulang ay tumatanda rin. Isang mensahe ng pagmamahal mula sa Rise and Shine at UNTV, your public service channel.
To UNTV, mabuhay kayo and maraming salamat at marami pang katulad nyo who value responsible journalism. Mabuhay po and congratulations.
Maraming mga kababayan natin ang nangangailangan, lalo na pagdating sa aspetong pangkalusugan. Kahit simple lang ang karamdaman, dahil sa kakapusan, lumalala ang nararamdaman at ang masaklap ay nauuwi sa kamatayan.
Iikayat namin ang lahat ng mga manggagamot
na buksan ang kanilang mga klinika ng libre. Kahit isang araw lang sa loob ng isang taon. Simulan natin makapagbigay ng serbisyo na walang bayad.
para sa mga kapuspalad nating mga kababayan. Kahit isang araw lang.
Para sa detalye, mag-log on lamang sa aming website www.isangarawlang.org.
Love the shot of the SMART-Araneta Coliseum. Beautiful.
Ganda.
Absolutely.
Memories.
But the game is better.
Yeah. Hey, when you're in the Araneta Coliseum, it's always good. Now, gentlemen, at this point, this is anybody's series at this point.
Jake.
Yes, sir. That's true, Sir Seb. Ron, napakalaking bagay being patient, especially on the part of Umiping. He just waited for that window of opportunity. And when it came, talagang he grabbed it, talagang no hesitation. Lahat ng dumating ata na possession, tinira ata niya.
It's about letting the game come to you. But sometimes the inexperienced players, they fail to do that. But all Umiping just digging deep, enabling his team to be able to come out of the first half on top by 5 points.
Let's anticipate down the road. I know we will have courtside reports in just a while, but if you're the AFP, Jerry, ano pinag-uusapan niyo? What did you see that's something we can correct in the second half? Kung AFP, ha?
Well, Sir Seb, parang they started, parang they're so passive nung when they're ahead by 5 points. They stop executing, tapos it's all Eugene Tan who's doing the
si Eugene,
Then they became predictable, ano?
Yes.
On the other hand, if you're the AFP or the PNP, continue natin ginagawa natin, I guess.
Especially on the defensive end. I think their shutdown mentality during the past quarter was critical for their huge comeback. And that opened up things in transition, the 3-point basket by Lata, a lot of free throws because of the early fouls that they extracted from the half-court defense of the Cavaliers. All things contributed to their huge comeback that enabled them to overtake a 7-point disadvantage en route to a 5-point lead heading to the final half.
Let's get this second half underway, and who is ready? Rina, let's go to you.
Si Assistant Coach Artemio Artemio Marquez. Yan. Assistant Coach, ano po ba yung magandang ginawa niyo during that first half para kayo po ay lumamang?
Nakapag-adjust kami kagad sa depensa. Nakita namin yung mismatch eh. So nagpalitin kami ng mga big man kasi alam namin yung mga big man nila medyo may ano na sila sa foul eh. So ngayon nag-adjust kami ng depensa, nag-epekto ngayon at nag-adjust din kami sa offense in transition period namin yung may outlet kagad yung bola at na makabalik sa court namin. Kailangan mabilis, kailangan tumakbo. Yun ang kailangan lang namin.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo, Coach, and good luck for the rest of the game. Seb?
Okay, and
maliwanag, Seb. Clear as day.
Maliwanag. At nakita natin na yun talaga ang nangyari. Lalo na yung 3 fouls yung kay Fernandez.
Nabigat yan.
Samantala, the presence of Cabao has been steadying. And if Jerry is ready with Sunny Manukat, let's go quickly to Jerry. Jerry?
Yes, Seb, kasama ko ngayon dito si Coach Sonny Manukat, no? Coach, ano po yung mga napansin ninyong problema dun sa first half? You mentioned kanina na nagkaroon ng lapses in the defense and medyo nagkaroon ng unexecuted plays. And can you elaborate more on those?
Yes, oo, kasi nangyari, yung lapses sa defense, yung big man nila mabilis bumaba. So, hindi makababa ng mabilis yung big man namin. So, nangyayari, humihelp yung small man namin, kaya nalilibre yung small man nila. So, hopefully, makorek namin ngayon yung mga pagkakamali namin. At yung run and gun play namin nawala eh. So, dapat mabalik namin ngayon.
So, based on, nakapag-adjust din ho kasi sila sa first half, no? Ano din ho yung mga magiging counter-adjustments ninyo on those?
Yung adjustment na ginawa nila, nag-adjust din kami dun sa dinodouble nila yung pick namin eh. Yung pick and roll namin, lahat ng screen dinodouble nila. So, may adjustment kami dun.
Sige, maraming salamat po, Assistant Coach Ronnie Manukat. Back to you, 7 Coach Ronnie.
That's both clear on both ends of the floor, gentlemen. And I like the fact that Zuniga is starting to shoot. Because I think he's passing a little too much and passing up on opportunities for him to score, actually.
I thought he was defended well by the matchup assigned to him. They assigned a smaller but quicker player on Alvin Zuniga.
In the meantime, the ball game is at 48-44. While the ladies were interviewing, we saw Aulan Umipin fire one in again. And,
Off a layup.
Yeah.
Off a nice pass nitong si Kabahog.
I like the way, Jerry, Santa Cruz adjusted his game. Okay, hindi ko magagawa yung aking post-up, back down, back down, back down. Game ko, ibahin ko for tonight.
Yeah, sir. The usual, he gets the rebound, quick outlet, then I think they got 6 points there.
At saka sa half-court set, hindi na niya, hindi nagtatagal yung bola sa kanya. Zuniga says, I'll shoot. Ooh, see? I told you. They need this offense, actually.
Sometimes you have to impose it, no?
Hindi mo mabit sa quickness, pero minsan kailangan lang tumira ka para maging threat ka eh. Or else, the points of attack are going to be anticipated well by your counterparts. At Eugene Tan may have scored 15. Pero para kay Eugene, mas gusto niyang i-involve yung mga kasama niya and let the others score. And then take over when necessary. 6 points in 2 possessions for Alvin Zuniga. Pushes his scoring output to 8 points.
Wala siyang score ng persa.
2 points.
Kaya nga eh, feeling ko he was passing up on
perimeter scoring ang nagkulang sa kanila talaga.
Parang yung outside threat, no? Ma-provide ng scoring sack mula sa labas. Here comes Santa Cruz. This shoots off at the last moment. Misala, wrong choreography.
That's a good closeout. That's good closeout rather coming from Kiambao.
Inangle niya, no? In another way, eh. Diba?
Pinilit niyang mag-dribble. Kanina kasi jumam shot, nakashoot eh.
Misola is not exactly the dribble, I'll back you down kind of player. Here's Zuniga. Criste has to chase him. Araneta, no. Rebound. Ooh. That was a soaring rebound by Abaya. Here's Abaya on the catching end. Criste. Umiping, free for a 3.
Took 3 games for Roland Umiping to measure Araneta's rims.
Oh, good catch and shoot. What happens when that happens? I know the pass is good. Hindi na markahan. Defensively.
Si Olan ba? Dito.
Dito sa kabila.
Hindi ko na masyado napansin to dyan. Nakita mo ron.
It's Araneta. It was just para hindi nila dilocate eh.
Yung kay Ola naman, he got free from a nice setup player.
At pero pag binitawan mo ngayon eh, kumbaga nakakasana. Lock and load, sabi nga ni Mark Jackson.
Look at this. Lock and load.
Lock and load. Knockdown shooter from the tree. Book it. Mga ganon.
3-point shot brought to you by Austin Theodore. Go allow. You should know the rule. Hand down, man down.
Remember that PNP only had a total of 64 points in game.
Sneaky attack.
PNP does that so well.
Twice na yun. Sneaky attack.
These are things that you work on for a long time in practices. Di ba, Jay? SOB, side out of bounds and base out of bounds.
Araneta can't knock it in. Miss Hawk can bounce.
Hindi, sir. Traveling ito.
Wala ba sa kanya?
Pag-ikot niya kasi, pagpulot niya, gusto niyang dukutin instead of going strong in this strong side. Nalunod siya.
Kasalanan ni Saling Manukat, tinagpan ako. Sinisi.
Yung balikat.
Balikat. 54-49, 6.5 remaining, third quarter. Anytime taken away by the AFP. They're rushing. Oh, good layup, but no angle actually.
Smart.
Yes.
You have a feeling that he just threw that ball straight at the rim at alam niya mapupulot niya dahil nakaharang si Olan umiping.
You know, this game living up to being game 3. Oh, Kristen. No. Follow-up. Yes.
That's why it's so important to stay in front of your man and try to contain. Because if you compromise the opposite big at pag umel, patay ka sa weak side rebounder.
Zuniga is forcing the issue now. He was looking for a foul.
It's got to happen within the flow of the offense.
Yes.
At isa pa, Jing, to panic is not an option.
Yes, especially
they have too much material also. No? Tapos early pa, no? In the shot clock, Kriste. Now, and a foul from the rear. How do they call it?
This is a major adjustment.
Good call.
Major adjustment para sa AFP. Eugene Tan is now taking on Harold Santa Cruz.
You know, in every book on officiating, the person at the back is usually called for it, diba?
Over the back foul.
Oh, remember that? You know, I spent a lot of time with the old guy who was in charge of the referees, Mr. Crispin Aldiosa, and he explained that a lot to me when I was beginning my career in the PBA. So meantime, this is a break. Offline. Kriste pushes hard. Kriste slows it down. Nobody to work with. Harold Santa Cruz says, labas ka rito. Ikaw ang guardia. Dicena is already there. Kriste, this play is a broken play. This is ad-lib. No, the defense was there. There's no movement. Only 3 players involved in that set. Zuniga. Harold Santa Cruz. Impersonation of a point guard. The pass. Big to big. No, there was a foul.
That was a good break para sa PNP. That pass was behind Harold Santa Cruz. Possession will stay para dito sa PNP.
Yun.
Nasalya siya ni San Esteban.
A bad pass, no? Turn into possession.
What are you doing, Ronnie Magsano? Stretching, reaching for your ball pen?
Nakita mo pa yun?
Of course.
Uy. That's away from the basket.
I have spent too many Sundays with the two of you, actually. In the meantime, Eugene Tan picks up the ball. Faster third quarter.
Yeah, both teams are really shooting well from the arc.
This is a great game 3.
Oo naman, 7 of 12 para sa AFP, 6 of 11 para sa PNP from the Rainbow territory. Wala si Olan umiping sa loob para sa PNP.
Patrol, I am at 3. Kemba wants to come back into the game.
Itong PNP had 26 points in the first quarter, plus 20 in the second, total of 46 in the first half. AFP 29 in the first quarter, only 12 in the second. But here in the third, AFP outscoring itong PNP and limiting PNP to only 10 third quarter points.
I really think you and arithmetic were best friends. It's geometry you had a problem with, really.
Yes, sir.
Eugene Tan downstairs. Prayer.
Jing, mahirap na tira yan, Jing.
Dumulas na eh.
Katakot-takot na mic and drill yan, Jing. Alam ni Prince Caperal yan.
Grabe.
We are tied and we will be back.
Binabati ko po ang UNTV sa kanilang ika-10 anibersaryo ng paglilingkod. Ang UNTV po ay katuwang ng ating Philippine National Police sa pagbibigay serbisyo sa ating mga mamamayan. Maraming pong salamat sa ating UNTV. Sana po ipagpatuloy po nila ang kanilang walang sawang pagsiservisyo sa ating mamamayan.
At the top of the third quarter, he said it's anybody's series, anybody's championship, and it still holds true with 3:34 remaining, and they're having a ball cheering on for their team.
Never easy to climb out of a hole. Even if it's just a 5-point hole. Pero itong AFP nakabangon, tumabla, at si Ola Numiping ay balik na para sa PNP.
Here we go. Worthy of the Araneta, this championship. And this Harold Santa Cruz in a bind, 8 seconds remaining. There's a call. Kristen knocked it in. But there was a foul.
So far, that ploy to put Eugene Tan on Harold Santa Cruz has worked for them in the latter part of the third.
Why is this being done? Just asking from a strategic standpoint.
Para mahirapan si Santa Cruz na magtimon. At kumbaga, para puwersahin niya itong si Eugene Tan at hindi siya magpasa.
Kriste was so tempted because he hit it earlier. Thought he'd get it on the second particular try. That will not bite. It's on the ground. Picked up by Escalona. Here's Sumiping slowing it down. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Decena. Kriste has to make a decision. Somebody better look at the shot clock. It's Sumiping releasing it. Now on this journey. Rebound controlled by the AFP. Chance now to go ahead again. Habar, Eugene Tan sneaks a pass over to San Esteban. No. Rebound. Yanked away by Escalona. Recovered by Habar. Outside we go. Eugene Tan for a three. No.
We are in the dying minutes of the third, yet the pace seems like we are just in the first half.
And Sonny Manukat
was with that three-point shot all the way.
Yeah.
Good shot. It's a good shot.
It was a good shot. Kriste!
Boom! That's an even better shot because that was converted by Julius Kriste. And it breaks a 4-minute drought para dito sa kupunan ng PNP.
59-56. Kriste was fighting for that, but what hurts is that he's called for a foul now. But PNP has fouls to spare, just their third team foul. Here's a limit Tibayatay sa Buhay delivery by Julius Kriste. Downstairs, Eugene Tan wants to post up against Sumiping. Shot clock at 7. Nobody popping out. This will not work. AFP has missed its last 2 tries. And the ball will go to the PNP.
That's a pushing foul, Sir.
Is it?
Galing kay Kiambao. And that will be 2 free throws automatically because they're over the limit.
Third foul of Kiambao.
Costly foul.
The big men have been in foul trouble. We got that from that interview Rina had earlier.
Yes.
Fernandez with 3 fouls as well. Santa Cruz pockets the first.
8.7 rebounds for Harold Santa Cruz.
Zunigas already strolling across the sideline. Okay, regardless of what happens here, the chosen beneficiaries of both these teams will be blessed. For the AFP, it is the AFP Educational Benefit System Office, the EBSO, while the Buhay Shriners will be the PNP recipients. In the meantime, there's an offensive foul.
That's Alvin Zuniga called for an offensive foul on Julius Kriste.
Tama ako, no? 1.5 million sa champion.
Correct.
Sa second place, 1.
1.2 ba?
Parang 600.
Magalit si Vice
Ayan. Somebody's salary again is being... Anyway, in the meantime, in the corner, Cristel, now Cambao hooks it. 61-56. Here's Zuniga. Tan, Cambao down the middle. Foul! No.
Kailangan makalapit ulit si Cambao sa loob talaga. Kasi depensado na si Araneta sa labas. Buti tumama kanina si San Esteban. Yung pang idikit sila at 56 all. But since that time, they've been held scoreless. 3-minute scoreless spell para sa AFP. Compounded by that first free throw missed by Jeffrey Cambao.
Oh, alam ko na, 650,000 yung second place eh. Ang bait mo eh, binigay mo 1 million eh. So, 1.5 dun sa champion, 650,000 dun sa pangalawa. Yan, hindi pa natin alam. Basta may dalawang charities na mabagyan after this. In the meantime, Escalona, guilty of the offensive foul.
Offensive foul number 49
si San Esteban.
His third personal.
You know, a new day will be happening when this game is over. Oh. This, di ba, at the time we're going, we're already at 11:10. By the time another day begins, we'll have a new champion of the UNTV Cup. And you better fall asleep nicely, Mr. Magsanov, because...
I hope so too.
Yes. 감사합니다.
안녕하세요.
Johnny Magsanov just out of trip to Korea. In the meantime, Cambao, good turn. Good turn. That is foul.
Korea. Nice. Korea.
Oo, nandun pa rin yung champion generation.
Paborito niyong dalawa.
Nandun yung favorite ni Jing, Taiwan.
Underpass na lang, libre pa yung mga jacket, parka.
Wala na, Jing. Hinanap ko yung mga giveaways eh.
Okay. My bad. Cambao nails the first.
They have not been hitting their shots from the outside since tying the count at 56 all, but Cambao making sure that they are still just behind by a very minimal margin, down by only 2, 61-59.
I'm going to put up a team. Francis Zamora, Cambao,
John Hall,
Aaron Santa Cruz. And give me a point guard na bato-bato rin.
Eugene Tan.
Yan. Nice passing by PNP. Just couldn't finish. Ball is loose. And this third quarter is over. Oh, boy. Anticipation, fourth quarter. What do you think, Jerry?
Another close game.
How about you, Ronnie?
Well, right now, AFP made a run, but PNP still ahead by 2. Wala akong masabi kundi yung mape-penalty na maaga, magkakaroon ng problema.
Kami po sa Philippine Navy ay asahan niyo pong mananatili ang aming suporta sa inyong advokasya at sa paglilingkod sa bayan. Again, happy 10th year anniversary sa UNTV and God bless.
UNTV, a very happy 10th anniversary, lalong-lalo na kay Kuya Daniel Razon. May you have more power as you pursue your projects and programs for UNTV. Again, maraming salamat and more power to you.
Coming to you live from the SMART-Araneta Coliseum. I'm actually going to miss this visual and miss this music. Pag nadidinig yung music na yan, samantala sa ibang mga balita.
Pasok!
And we will miss all of you and we'll say goodbye at the end of this game. We'll take a break and we'll prepare the third season. Boy, I expect a lot of lunches in the next couple of days.
Pasok!
Na? A lot of lunches. Sir Jerry is gonna need to talk to us.
Adobo. Banana Q.
Ed Cordero and all those
Pancit
muscles.
Canton.
What's gonna give you? What's important here? Jerry Cordillera. Anong importante rito for both sides? Anong dapat manaig dito?
I think, sir, it's the patience. And in kung sino man team.
Ronnie?
Execution is going to be very important. And as I said earlier, team that gets into team penalty early will be in a predicament.
They call it traveling, and to the dismay of the AFP bench, and the whole thing happened in front of them. You gotta take your punches here. This is anybody's ballgame at this point. 8 seconds of the shot clock. Oh, that is an escape.
Better defend better than that if you want to win the crown.
Aboli makes it a 4-point game at 63-59. Gambao, he's blocked. Misola has been the quiet star here.
Critical first few minutes para sa Cavaliers. Simply because Eugene Tan is not inside to stabilize things para dito sa AFP. But the rest of the Cavaliers, while they're in, they have to do a better job just going to their points of attack, defending, and making sure that when Eugene Tan makes his re-entry, they're not be behind by a big lead.
It was too tempting for Misola to make that pass to the cutting Cabahog inside. It looked like Cabahog had an access, but there were too many big men inside. Anyway, here we go. All stops will be taken away. Both clubs will go for it here. Araneta launches. No, short. Rebound into Abaya's hands. Here comes Cabahog. Cabahog slows it down. Here's Umiping. Into the corner. Abaya launches. No. Rebound and a foul against Cabahog.
Holding down the number 5, Jonathan Cabahog is second. 1 on the responders.
First team foul of the responders.
First quarter in favor of AFP, 29-26. Second quarter went in favor of PNP, kaya lumamang sila 46-41. Yung third quarter, nakuha din ng AFP, 18-15, kaya nahati nila yung kalamangan sa tanging 2 punto.
Jerry, you have a report?
Just a few important reminders from the AFP bench. According to Coach Sonny Manukat, he reminded his players to focus because this is the last quarter. Stay home on Umiping, and they've identified that Harold Santa Cruz has 3 fouls already. So they've put a post to force him into a foul problem. Back to you, 7, Coach Ronnie.
Thank you, Jerry. And that was a traveling violation that they just whistled. 63-59. 2 minutes going by us here in the final push. Haboli hit one earlier, can't make it 2 in a row. Here comes the AFP, nearly stolen by Cabahog. Eugene Tan leads this 4-on-2, goes all the way, fouled upon entry.
That's a solid foul given up by Haboli. And right now, you have a feeling that Eugene Tan wants to take over this game.
You can feel it, no, Ron?
Kaya nagpahinga na siya ng maaga.
Yung hapit sa bola, madiin eh.
And sometimes, yun ang yun ang batayan.
Ayan na ayan na
ako naman mata. Mata ito na. But just, I think, you said execution, poise, patience. It's time for leadership.
And the decision making. As Eugene Tan nails his 17th point of the game.
Big games for Eugene Tan. The lead is 2 for the Philippine National Police. Went for a long stretch undefeated. It's actually not lost back-to-back.
Tama.
Oh, that's a
ball is out of control. All on Umiping pleading for that basketball. They are looking at a change up on defense. Biglang nag-2-3 zone ng AFP.
You have
to read that. There's a tendency sometimes in the big games to be excited there, no? I know you want to be under control, but there's some, this is too big, this is too tempting sometimes, it's too enjoyable sometimes. And Aboli had a layup actually, so his confidence must have been at the high. In the meantime, Zuniga tried to run this offensive set. Fires a 3. No. Here comes Eugene Tan. Let's do this again, gentlemen. Let's start and stabilize our offense by going to the post. Here comes Araneta. Let's it fly. And knock it down. And it's reached for by Abaya.
It's a good hand of play setup para kay Araneta. Still nothing for Araneta after scoring 11 early points. Been a while, but the sniper once again in the nick of time, pushing the responders 5 points ahead of the Cavaliers.
Finally, he snaps out of the doldrums here in Araneta and finally has measured it.
23 points, 5 of 10 from the three.
This is a good shot. Kasuya, too sharp though. And Misola with a good rebound with all those elbows out. The way you want the rebound to be collared. Umiping asking for a pick. Quick touch passing by the PNP. Abaya. No. They will recycle their offense. Point guard is too far away. He has to act from the ball. Umiping straight. Araneta with the foul. But Manukat and company were hoping for a kick.
You can contest, you can plead your case, but once the whistle is blown, that all stays.
Paano yun, no? Pag-shooter sideways. Iba naman. Ang hirap din, no? To defend that.
Depende rin sa angulo ng challenging at saka yung shooting form ng tumitira kasi. O yung iba pagilid, ito, pa-forward pa nga si Olan kaya nung nag-contest, sumayag yung paa. Bumubo ka kasi talaga yung paa niya pag tumitira siya.
And it's 3 free throws because he was fouled in the three-point area.
He made the first one, missed the second.
Makes the third, making it 68-61. Boy, this will be one of the longest 6 minutes and 9 seconds you've ever seen. Don't miss any second of it. Back in a moment. Checking out the osteo guard, Gogolo. 3-point attempt. Hindi yata pumasok yun. Oh, pero sige. Ulitin natin mamaya pag may pumasok na 3. Yun yung foul eh. Anyway. Winning time. It's 6:09 remaining. If you're AFP, you need stops now.
Yes, sir. AFP's last stand, sir.
Yes.
But you need the basket also. Scoreless for 2 minutes na itong AFP.
There's a foul away from the ball. And it is Misola. But this call has been made consistently. Itong mga yan at the post, PNP has 14 fouls.
That's costly. That's costly.
Boy, this is going to change the mood of this ball
Sabi
game.
ko sa'yo, pag na-penalty ka na maaga, mamamroblema ka. We are not yet over the halfway mark. They already have 14 fouls.
This is a technical foul called against Misola. And possession ito, no?
The free throws plus possession, 9 in the game for Alvin Zuniga. Only 2 players in twin digits para dito sa kupunan ng AFP at lahat yan ay perimeter players, Araneta and Eugene Tan with 11 and 17 points respectively.
Free throws and feeling disappointed because they lost out on that exchange. Anyway, what's painful is that they still don't get the ball. And the lead is sliced down to 5 with 5:55 to go. Told you it will be the longest 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Shot clock at 2. There's a problem. There's a problem. I knew it.
Very rare this Eugene Dan lose track of the shot clock. He had an open look at the top of the key, but he opted to reverse that ball again. Sayang para dito sa Cavaliers.
In the meantime, Harold Santa Cruz misses. The issue they're explaining is whether the shot clock should have been reset to a full 24.
That's a good bone of contention para kay assistant coach Manny Karinting.
And after he goes up from his seat, this is interesting.
Here, free throws for Harold Santa Cruz.
In the meantime, Santa Cruz shooting free throws now. There's no harm in asking at this point, you know. Santa Cruz makes the second. 69-63. Winston Serio to Tan, who fires a three. No. Misola. Big game by Misola. You know, when you say big game, not necessarily the numbers, but where are you when you make those big plays?
Overall impact. Jason Misola has been outstanding all game long.
Despite the technical he had earlier. He'll go the AFP way.
It's not enough that the Cavaliers make the stop surging. They have to make the baskets. They only have 4 fourth quarter points compared to the 8 points ng PNP. And PNP went into the fourth quarter ahead by 2.
Pag championship ba, mas humihirap umiscore sa fourth quarter?
Humihirap umiscore maski hindi championship sa fourth quarter.
Ganun ba? Ganun ba?
Kasi nandun na yung game on the line.
I mean, pagdikit ha? Pagdikit.
Maski hindi dikit, sir.
Maski hindi dikit ha?
Eh, mga players talaga na magaling at malakas ang loob sa first half, pero pagdating sa fourth, nawawala. Pero para kay Winston Sergio, season on the line, title on the line, he steps up to the plate, nails a big basket.
A forgotten hero, if there ever was one, Winston Sergio shining at just about the right time.
Big 3-point conversion coming from Sergio.
Siya yung nagkaroon ng high blood.
That's really, life is so intriguing, isn't it? 3-point shot brought to you by Control. I am it. So the penalty is in effect against PNP.
That's correct.
Still anybody's championship.
Ooh.
Very bad inbound. It just died in the water. Eugene Tan trying to establish control over the ball. Both coaches up on their feet. Zuniga, Casulla into the corner. Winston Sergio not on that journey. Rebound contested. Follow up. Casulla. No.
Maski na sumabla yung tira ni Sergio, tama yung tira niya eh. And that put the big guys in position to get the rebound. And that's the reason why you want your misdirections in your patterns to happen. Ginagawa ng mga coaches yung mga plays para may mangyari. At kung wala mang mangyari, may chance makapulot ng rebound sa weak side. Game on the line, you have to shoot well from the line. 16th of 24 para sa AFP compared to 19th of 26 para sa PNP.
Second by Casulla. Oh boy. Earlier I said the longest 6:09. Maybe this 3:52 will be longer.
Like to greet UNTV on the occasion of its 10th anniversary. When I was governor of Cebu, I worked very closely with UNTV, and I hope to be continuing the good work with you in the years to come as Congresswoman of the 3rd District. So congratulations, happy 10th anniversary, and more power.
dito sa SMART-Araneta Coliseum, ang nalalabing oras, 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Lamang ang PNP ng dalawa, 69-67. Jerry, pag ganito, no? Bawat free throw, bawat rebound, each play, each possession, almost critical, if not critical.
Yes, sir. Everything counts. Especially yung mga small intangibles sa basketball.
Meron ba yan, Jerry, kung minsan nangyayari na sa sobrang desire mo not to make a mistake, you'll make a mistake?
Yes, it's gonna happen. You just have to just go with the flow, do what you're supposed to do. Stick ka rin sa mga game plan ng coaches.
Saka ganito, no? Pag ganitong dikit ang laro, you have to make the big defensive plays.
Yes.
More than the offensive plays. You've got to make the defensive plays, really.
One stop at a time lang.
One
sir.
stop at a time, but you gotta make the big defensive plays. 69-67. 3 minutes, 48 to go. Omiping. Kabahog hesitating, pulling up from 10. No.
Wow.
That's gonna be crucial. Winston Serio got it.
5 fourth quarter points for Winston Serio. Could be the game changer for the Cavaliers.
Tied at 69. 3:20 to go. Kabao being hounded by Zuniga. Omiping, the recipient. Fire straight. And goal!
Wala na Miping is ramping up. Difficult fall away. 2-point advantage para sa PNP.
Mali ang bagsak.
Cramp, sir.
In the meantime, no. There's a basket. That's a foul.
And look at the reaction of Winston Serio. Casulia also making sure that they stay in the hunt. Season on the line. Championship on the line. 71 all in the final game of the season.
Combining the three of us, we've seen many things in our lives. and one more thing, and one more. This UNTV Cup Season 2 Championship. I have covered the two of you all my life. And this is something special. With you here. This is a 72-71 affair. 2:54 to go.
2 timeouts left para sa Cavaliers. Isa na lamang para sa PNP.
What a comeback.
They did not lose points. Here's an open Harold Santa Cruz.
That's a charge.
It's a foul.
That's straight to the solar plexus. Tama ba yun, Seb?
Dead center sa baseball.
Dead center.
Dead center ang tama.
And AFP making the necessary defensive stops. Here, Zuniga closes out long, and then Casulia steps in to draw that offensive foul.
Shot clock at 13. AFP already in the lead. They're watching Winston Serio. Shot clock at 7. Eugene Tan stops, pulls up. No. Harold Santa Cruz with a hand on it, but couldn't secure it.
Get a reset.
2 and 10. 14 on the timepiece. On the shot clock, that is. Winston Serio isolated, waiting for the cut. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Glorious Blend. A taste of heaven. No. Ball on the ground.
And again. Third possession para sa AFP. Never easy to defend for about 72 straight seconds kasamang Jake.
Zuniga, no. Rebound, secured by Santa Cruz.
Big stop.
AFP will use one timeout in case PNP makes a basket here. Lisola, off angle. Ball is loose. Where will it go? They will look at the video. They will look at the video.
Grabe. 3 offensive
Bakit
rebounds.
grabe, Jing?
3 offensive rebounds.
pero hindi nila na-convert. Kaya lang naubos yung oras.
Sa akin, kutob ko PNP bola. Kutob ko lang.
At tapik ni Alvin, ano?
But unless the referees are there, it is PNP ball.
Possession station with PNP responders. All activity coming in for Genesis Corona.
Ito yung muling rebounding battle.
8 seconds to shoot.
Misola had his shot, or rather had his opportunity to bring the lead back once again to PNP, but he was defended well by Eugene Tan.
Sabi Manukat looks like a real coach now. Meron siyang timeout pagka na-shoot. Inbound, foul. They foul. Fouls to give ang AFP, ha?
So hindi nila kailangan dahil all you need to do is play tough defense on Olan Umiping. This will be 2 sandwich screens para kay Olan Umiping to try and free him up. Parang triple screen na yan, Zing, yo.
Inbound. They tried the same play, but the AFP knew it already.
Hindi ka na makakanakaw dito sa dulo.
Not again.
Bat-bata na yan.
Ano kami?
Sigay, di ba?
Bat-bata. Sa turumpo. I love that part of that game. In the meantime, 13 on the shot clock. Santa Cruz trying to make a decision. Ball knocked away by Casulla. They will have 8 seconds on the shot clock.
8 seconds to shoot.
Anybody's series, anybody's championship. Misola starts his grind, goes for the basket.
Excellent help coming from Eugene Tan. He read that play all the way and just stood at the bottom of the rim to take away that open driving lane. Misola.
Everybody trying to coach at this point. They're canceling the time. At wala naman pumasok na tira. Very simple na naman eh. Basket, timeout. Pero wala eh. Anyway, did they charge him?
Possession goes to the AFP Cavaliers.
Bola ng AFP.
This is a situational sub as Pascual will come in para kay Casulla.
Well, they might as well use the timeout. I think let's listen in, both sides. Bahala ka na direct. Mamili ka na ng dalawang team na makikinggan natin.
Tayo, defense, tayo. Penalty yan, penalty. Hey, parehong penalty. Magandang inbound si Sergio. Ito si Paske. Itong isang big. Jeff, tiyan mo, B. Pakuha mo dito. Bigay mo dito. Jean. Tingnan nyo ha. Jean. Backpick. Kung wala, pare, kung wala. Hand off, kunin mo ang bola dito sa ano. Jean. Tapos ito, dahan-dahan ha. Dahan-dahan pupunta dito, staggered yan. Ha? Huwag madali. Huwag madali. Basta ang importante na sa kay Eugene. Pa-convert lang na. Pa-convert natin yan. Tama dyan. Ito si Paske to. Paske, nandito na yung bola ha. Eugene, si Eugene. Alvin. Paske. Jeff. Sergio. Screen bin. Diyan ka lang muna bin ha. Paske, nandito yung bola kay Paske. Backpick kay Sergio. Kung pwede bigyan. Makaliplay. Kung wala.
Okay,
Tuloy-tuloy ka na, Sergio.
the most that we can hear, you know, yeah, we're listening. I think ang naririnig ko is the AFP. And you gotta go for it because there's still 55 seconds remaining. Can't just waste the time here. The number of possessions.
4.
2-2.
4.
Misola felt he had an
Tama yung
accent.
atake niya eh.
Talaga?
Tama yung atake niya. Kasi he went strong to the basket. Ang problema, meron nandun na sumalo sa kanya. That was Eugene Tan.
Double team siya, no?
So hindi na niya ma-spot yung tao ni Eugene Tan na libreng-libre sa kabila.
There we go.
Oras.
Until the last moment, ano? 14 on the shot clock. Eugene Tan setting the table. Pushes away Abaya. There's a foul.
Wow.
Santa Cruz.
My goodness. Ayun sinasabi ko sa'yo, pag over the limit ka. Nasakit na bacon sila ni Eugene Tan. Excellent play mapped out. They run it to the final second. And that's a double black eye para sa PNP. Well, 5 personal fouls na ni Santa Cruz.
Jerry, we're talking about poise.
Yeah.
Boy, this is so critical. The execution, 34 seconds remaining.
Pascual has not gone to the line all game long.
Baka may Lillard na lumabas dito. Diba? Seconds to go.
Conversion para kay Pascual.
Not much of a gap. Just 2 points. Second. Now a timeout requested by the PNP. Let's try to move into the PNP.
Huli mo si Dicena. Po dyan. Po. Stop. Dicena. Abay, 4 ka. Jay, 5 ka. Jay, abay! Go!
Pare, pwede tayong quick 2 ha?
Quick 2!
Pwede tayong quick 2 ha?
Hey! Tapos!
Honesty!
Huwag agad ng tao! Honesty tayo! One! Hey!
Well,
Wala na kayo papakulit yung
okay, normally we try to show that, but we will not be able to seal it out at the venue. Makikita nung kabilang side eh. So, just like to apologize. We cannot show the play.
That's fair. That's fair.
Makikita sa big screen ho dito eh. I know we're spoiled and we enjoy seeing that, but we can't do that now. But what? It's execution. Very simple.
Execution para sa PNP.
Do you go for a 3?
Not yet.
And one stop from Cavaliers. No?
Pero wala nang timeout dito ang PNP.
Here's Umiping. Trying to break loose. There's a foul. There's a foul. And Zuniga can't believe it.
Kaya sabi ko sa kanina, there will be at least 4 more possessions. This is the second possession in the last 55 seconds. Kanina inubos ng AFP bago sila tumira, na foul sila. Santa Cruz leaving the game for good. Ngayon naman, wala na being fouled early.
It is 74-72, 29.5.
Whatever happens in the coming possession, merong pang matitira oras para sa PNP pero wala na silang timeouts. Ang AFP meron pang isa. They can call a timeout if all ng meeting converts, or they can just allow the play to happen.
They will not use the timeout. They will not use the timeout. Boy, here we go. Whole season coming down to the last second.
Gotta protect the ball.
You know, Eugene Tan can actually just dribble this away. The shot. No. There is a chance. Kabaon. There's a block. There's a block. There's a block.
Champion.
Eugene Tan playing the hero's role para sa Cavaliers with one final defensive stop to seal the deal. A 1-point victory para sa AFP coming from behind. Down by 6 at 69-63. In the last 5-minute mark, kasamang Jerry and Seb, But then Winston Serio started to Waksan. And Eugene Tan took over. Kasuli also helped out. And that one final defensive stop will get the crown para dito sa AFP Cavaliers.
And for the second year in a row, the PNP unable, and the second conference in a row, the PNP ending up at the bridesmaid here. And again, the beneficiary of the AFP Educational Benefit System Office will be receiving 1.5 million pesos, while the Mabuhay Shriners of the PNP, their beneficiary, will receive 650,000 pesos. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure doing the second.
I'll miss you.
I'll text you.
Season 3.
Jerry, you don't miss Ryan, I know, but we look forward to the third season. In just a short while, we'll have the awarding ceremony. Let's go to Ryan and Rina.
All right, once again, let's give them a round of applause. Woo! Congratulations, AFP Cavaliers!
Ryan, at dahil ang AFP Cavaliers ang nakamit ng inaasam na kampyonato ng UNTV Cup Season 2, ang kanilang beneficiary, the AFP Educational Benefit System Office or AFP EBSO, ay maabutan nila ng 1.5 million pesos in cash.
That's right, Rina, and to award the championship trophy and the cash prizes for the chosen beneficiary of AFP Cavaliers and PNP responders, may we call on the Deputy Commissioner of UNTV Cup, Mr. Ed Cordero, Commissioner of UNTV Cup, Mr. Atoy Go, Chairman Emeritus of Progressive Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Larry Henares, and the Vice President of BNPI UNTV, Mr. J. Pangulan, and of course, Mr. Public Service, the Chairman and CEO of UNTV, Kuya Daniel Razon.
Let's start up with the runner-up team of UNTV Cup Season 2. Let's call on the PNP responders at ang kanilang beneficiary ay ang Mabuhay Shriners.
And to receive the award for the PNP responders, we have with us from the PNP Headquarters Support Service, the Chief Director of Staff, Police Senior Superintendent Liborio Carabacan, the Deputy Director for Operation and Team Manager of PNP Responders, Police Senior Superintendent Ricky Nerves, the Deputy Director for Administration, Police Senior Superintendent Elmer Baltihar, and the Director of the PNP Headquarters Support Service, Police Chief Superintendent Benito C. Estipona.
And to receive the cash prize of 650,000 pesos, ang chosen beneficiary ng PNP responders na Mabuhay Shriners, we have the Temple Admin of Mabuhay Shriners, Mr. Bobby Zarte. We also have with us Mr. Francis Blanco and Mr. Sidney Zamora.
All right, congratulations to PNP responders for being the first runner-up. Once again, mga kasambay, mga ka-sports, let's give the PNP responders a round of applause.
Congratulations once again to our PNP responders.
All right.
And of course to their chosen beneficiary ng Mabuhay Shriners. Congratulations to you guys.
All right. And I hope to see you next year and the next season. And at this point, we will now be awarding the champion of UNTV Cup Season 2, the AFP Cavaliers. At ang kanilang beneficiary ang AFP Educational Benefit System Office or AFP EBSO.
And to receive the cash prize of 1.5 million pesos representing the beneficiary of AFP Cavaliers, AFP EBSO, we have with us the General Manager of AFP EBSO, Lieutenant Colonel Danilo E. Estraniero, the Operations Manager of AFP EBSO, Major Giovanni C. Bermudo, and the scholars of AFP EBSO, Mr. Joel Zambra and Mr. Kainer Curitana.
Alright, at syempre ngayon, dito sa Big Dome, i-award na natin ang championship trophy sa UNTV Cup Season 2 champion. Once again, mga kasambahay, let's give the champion a round of applause. AFP Cavaliers!
Congratulations, AFP Cavaliers! And of course, sa kanilang beneficiary na nagkamit
All right, AFP fans, give the champion a round of applause. Congratulations, AFP Cavaliers. And alam mo rin na napakaganda dahil yung kanilang beneficiary, tuwang-tuwa sa kanila, malaking tulong ito sa kanilang
I think it's the same beneficiary as last year, Ryan, di ba? So may continuation, natulungan nila from last year at this year.
That's right, Win. And of course, siyempre, natutuwa rin ang mga beneficiary ng lahat ng nabigyan from the 4th, from the 3rd, and up to the first runner-up ng PNP responders, ay lahat sila nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng mga teams na to.
That's right. Mga kasambahay, about a round of applause for the AFP Cavaliers!
Alright, and sobrang nakaka-excite na rin na dumating na ulit ang Season 3 ng UNTV Cup. I can't wait to.
That's
Sana mangyari na. And of course, Rina, sobrang nakaka-excite talaga. Very emotional. Lahat naman tayo. Once again, mga kasambahay, last round of applause for your champion,
the AFP
Cavaliers! All right, Rina, and that wraps up UNTV Cup Season 2. Again, congratulations to our champion team, the AFP Cavaliers, and of course, their beneficiary, the AFP EPSO.
Of course, we would also like to congratulate the PNP responders for bagging the runner-up rank, and we also wish you all the best, and we hope to see you again on the next season.
Alright, muli po mga kasambahay, mga kasports, sa ngalan ng lahat ng bumubuo ng UNTV Cup. See you all soon, God willing, sa UNTV Cup Season 3. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
We'll see you on Season 3,
We'll see you on
guys.
Season 3.
Thank you.
Thank you, partner.
Thank you, Ryan.
Bye-bye.
Woo!
All right.